Well, hello there, and welcome to the MiniTrucker Cult YouTube channel. I'm out here with my lovely co-host, Bridget. It's a little dog right down here. So if you hear a little clanging, that's just her little ID tag. Oh, you want to see her? Come on up here, buddy. There we go. Look into the camera. Look at that. Yeah, this is the big shop dog. She takes care of all the problems, don't you? She's a little camera shy. You want to say hi? All right. All right, well, today we start working on this. See, this is the hood. Gonna do the carburetor rebuild, also known as just putting a Weber on it, because I'm not a carb guy, and every time I've put a Weber on a truck, which every vehicle in this shop now has a Weber on it, they always fire right up. If I was to try to rebuild this carburetor, it would never run again. So that's what we're doing today. All right, so this is what we're dealing with. It's been about 20 years since I fired this thing up. The guy I sold it to, or the guy that bought it from the guy I sold it to, he drove it a couple times. Started having carb issues. But yeah, me personally, it's been over 20 years since I've heard this thing run. I was gonna mess around and rebuild the carb that's on it, but when I took the air cleaner off, I realized like every hose is cracked, broken, and it's just it's time to get all this emission stuff off. Like this gets to come off. Obviously, all of this will be coming off. It'll just clean it up a lot in here, and that's what we want. Make it clean and run better. So this is what we're gonna do. Woo-hoo. Well, here we are, day one of the rebuild of my very first mini truck. Today we're gonna get all of this crap off. Got my pointer here. Need to get all of this off. All of this garbage. Gonna rebuild it with my Weber. Whoa! Alright, well, this I already unhooked, so that was easy. And part of the reason is this carb was having issues with the guy that owned it before me. Well, in between me owning it and me owning it again, the guy that had it, he was starting to have trouble with carb, and I was going to rebuild it, but then I started looking at these hoses. They're all cracked out. It's all garbage, and I just kind of figured, why bother? Weber makes it nice and easy to just throw a new one on and call it good. So we are just going to rip all of this shit out. So I was watching YouTube today, and our buddies over there at Our Lifestyle Podcast, they have a YouTube channel, and he does the like flip throughs of old MiniTrucker magazines, and today was July 2000s, and it's kind of funny. my truck was in construction zone in that issue, my old Mazda. And that Mazda I bought with the money from totaling this truck back in like '96. Well, I bought an extra cab Mazda and had it only for like a week or two, and came across this laid out Mazda on Pathfinders at Detroit Auto Works up in Seattle. And they traded me straight across for the extra cab, because the extra cab I had was pretty clean. You know, it was '96, so Mazdas are still pretty damn nice. And yeah, so I traded for that truck. So that truck's long gone now, but you know, here's back this truck. That made sense, huh? What about Pat over at Zip Tie Tires is working on today? I don't know if you guys have watched his last few videos, but he's been exploiting his wife. But she seems to be into it. I'm not really sure what the lure is, but man, he is racking up the views. I think one of them's like closing in on 50K. I don't get it. I've watched him over and over. Can't figure it out. But congrats to you, Pat. You know, you're doing a great job. I'll be tuning in. But just remember, I was there a long time before all these others. I don't know what they're jumping on, but you're interested in something you're doing. Like, why would you hide these underneath? Like this one, you know, that's one way to do it, I guess. Just rip more hoses out. Anyway, if you guys figure it out, let me know in the comments. What is going on with Patrick's videos? Why are they exploding like this? So I'm not gonna lie, I shut the camera off for a little bit so that I could put on some suicidal tendencies and swear a lot. I mean, good. Pulled off real easy, huh? Actually, no, I didn't. Joe Isuzu is an asshole. This guy back here, my wrenches were either too long or too short. Could barely get anything on it, and so that one was fun to get off. This one, it was alright. These two, easy. Not so. So if you're doing an Isuzu carburetor swap, just be prepared. This back one here. Thanks. Alright, on with it. As you can see, starting to clear some crap out of here. This bolt, I had to take the thermostat housing off because, again, wrench could barely move. And then there's not enough space to even take the wrench and where is one? Like, you couldn't even get this part up under there, so you had to do these little things. So, you know, right there. But it's off. So yeah.
Crossing borders,
Alright, so here's where we ended off. Carburetor gone, most of the emission stuff is gone. I got a couple hoses and wires to take off still. The exhaust side, there's like a heat shield and their emissions tube and a pump. Got all that off. Still got to work this bracket down here, take some more of that off. Yeah, it's getting there. Progress is being made. First time I've worked on this truck in over 20 years. So, sweet. Hi, Skippy. And no name trucks. Alright, that includes the first video on my old Isuzu here. I got all the emission stuff taken off, the old carburetor. I got to clean up a little more. I got a few holes to fill on the exhaust side, but we're getting there. Next video should be putting the Weber on, making an EGR block-off plate, and yeah. And then after that, probably move on maybe to the suspension, because that needs a lot of help. I didn't do such great work 25 years ago or whatever, maybe longer than that. But yeah, thanks for watching this crap. I'm not really doing how-to videos or anything. These are just kind of documenting the process of bringing my first mini truck back to life. She's still in pretty good shape, and I'm excited to get this thing back on the road. And don't forget, we still do a podcast, Rad Times at Swift High. And there's 3 of us on there. We have a good time, so we'd appreciate it if you gave it a watch. And I thank you for watching this. Let's see, how does zip tie do it? But the thing is, I don't have a thing right there to. My thing to stop it's over here where it's off screen, so it doesn't work the same, Pat. Here. Look at, that's my Pat impression. Zip Tie Diaries, check him out. He's a big star now, though. He's left me in the dust, so it was good to get to know him. So go watch his channel. Him and his wife has taken it over, and she's really the star now. So, Denise, can you help me get some views? She's not out here. It's just me. I can do this all day. All right, you broke me.
Shit!